as we get into today's topic, and I mentioned Jake Epstein. Join Jake and I every Monday, 9 a.m. the Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast. This week we did another edition of Overrated, Underrated, measuring the importance of hitting topics and fundamentals alike. That's the
Cool.
Lab Epstein Hitting Podcast, episode 134. Again, new episodes every Monday, 9 a.m. So I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do a little cross promotion on cross functionality. What is the most overrated aspect of hitting? What is the most underrated aspect of hitting? Mind you, you can't say technology. That's not fair. That's cheating.
I think most overrated is, I almost want to say like perfecting swing mechanics.
Okay.
And underrated is competition in the box.
Okay.
Like competitive mindset in the box.
So what is the most overrated fundamental in your eyes?
Maybe like okay, I'm gonna say separation with a grain of salt here, because I think everyone thinks you should have this massive hip shoulder separation when you really just need to have it at the perfect time. And so people will hone in and be like, well, you really need to get your hips rotated way more. You really need to get this femoral internal rotation going way more, when it's like, well, you kind of just have to get it like perfect timing. You don't need to get this massive piece of it. So I'm going to say separation, I guess, even though I think it's potentially one of the most important things. It's just the way it's viewed, I think, is very overrated.
So you think one of the more underrated aspects of hitting probably is timing. Nobody ever talks about timing. Good. Everybody seems to forget about that all the time.
Right. You have some people who just naturally time it up.
Mechanics. Yeah, it's mechanics on Twitter and Instagram, and nobody ever talks about timing, having great timing. Why some of these hitters are some of the best, because they have great timing. Mechanics, I think, come into play when you don't have the greatest timing and you're out in front or something like that, or you're late on a pitch on the inner half and you have to muscle it out to right center if you're a right-handed batter. That's where I think good mechanics come into play. Could be wrong.
No,
I've been wrong before.
If you've played the game, like, how many times have you been like, man, that felt really off, and then you went and you look back to your swing and you're like, well, my swing didn't really look that off.
Right.
Why did it feel so off? You know what I mean? So I do think, if I ask every single hitter that I've ever worked with, would you rather have a perfect swing, but you lack the ability to time up the ball, or would you rather have a swing with flaws with this impeccable timing? And every single time they're like, oh, no, I want the timing. I'm like, great. Let's not work on your perfect top hand position for the outside pitch right now.
Yes. It makes your job as a coach a lot easier.
Right.
Overrated, underrated, episode 134 this week.
I like it.
If you haven't, we can do it on this program if you'd like to.